Not all devil fruits are made equal. That much becomes really obvious to anyone who has ever watched or read One Piece. For every devil fruit that lets you shake the very world itself with a swing of your fists, there is always another devil fruit whose only benefit is to turn you into a jacket which can be worn by someone else. Ranking every single devil fruit based on which is better or worse would be a massive undertaking, and one filled with a large amount of subjectivity. This of course is because of the wide variety of abilities that are granted by devil fruits, which is why it's difficult to scale and compare the pros and cons of each and every devil fruit against each other. Fortunately for us, Oda has kindly categorized devil fruits into 3 distinctive forms. These of course are Paramecia, Logia, and Zoan devil fruits. Since all devil fruits that fall within the same category have a lot in common with each other, it suddenly becomes easier to weigh up which one is better or worse, and also which devil fruit powers are highly desirable and which ones you would just rather not have. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining and ranking the strongest category of devil fruits, the Mythical Zoans. Mythical Zoans are a subcategory of Zoan devil fruits. Alongside standard Zoan devil fruits, there exists both ancient and artificial Zoan devil fruits. Now, Mythical Zoan devil fruits allow their users to transform into creatures that are the subject of myths and legends. These are either ones that have been inspired from the real world and what we are familiar with, or they are specific to the myths and legends that are exclusive to the One Piece world. Now, Mythical Zoan devil fruits are considered to be the rarest in existence as well as the most powerful type of devil fruit. Now, the most unique and appealing aspect of Mythical Zoans is that they all seem to provide their user with secondary abilities. This is pretty similar to characters who have eaten Paramecia devil fruits. In some cases, Mythical Zoan fruits outright provide an improved version of the abilities that are displayed by already revealed Paramecias. Even with Mythical Zoan devil fruits, however, there is a clear disparity between the weakest and strongest of these fruits. Some of them have a power that can shake the very foundation of the One Piece world, while others are much more modest in scale despite that immense power. So let's take a look through every single Mythical Zoan that has been revealed so far in the story and explain what abilities they provide and see how they match up against one another until we can finally determine which one is the strongest amongst this category of devil fruit. So we're going to start with what is possibly the weakest of all of the Mythical Zoan devil fruits, and this is the Nui Model Pegasus. This is a devil fruit which I'm sure that most people have never heard of, and it's eaten by a character which most people would not even be able to name. The Nui Model Pegasus was eaten by Stronger. Yes, this is the horse that is ridden by Doc Q, who belongs to the Blackbeard Pirates. We have seen very little of the capabilities of this devil fruit other than the fact that it has granted Stronger the horse the ability to grow Pegasus-like wings, allowing the horse to fly. Any other effects are hard to predict, especially since Stronger was a horse to begin with, even before eating a devil fruit, which literally translates to horse fruit model Pegasus. Whether or not this is simply a hybrid form is something that we will have to wait to find out, but currently with everything that we know about this devil fruit, it seems extremely weak compared to the others on this list. Another devil fruit that was eaten by an animal was the Hito Nomi model Onyudo. This was consumed by Kitsune Onimaru. This fruit allowed its user to transform into the form of an Onyudo, which is a large monk yokai within Japanese mythology. The entire scope of this devil fruit seems to have been its ability to transform, turning Onimaru into a polearm wielding monk, along with increasing its height to 4 meters tall, granting it enough strength and speed that it can match up against Zoro. Despite this power boost, this increase in ability isn't invincible, as Zoro was swiftly able to defeat Onimaru in their second battle, likely due to the massive difference in their strength, which is not something that the boost from the devil fruit was able to overcome. Other than the benefits granted by the ability to transform, this devil fruit also appears to have given Onimaru an extended lifespan, with the fox being 69 years old during the events of the Wano arc, as well as an enhanced level of intelligence and the ability to understand and speak in human language. Given that it is unlikely that we will ever see anything further from this fruit, as well as the relatively limited range of its abilities that were revealed, this can only be ranked as the second weakest of all of the Mythical Zoan devil fruits that have been revealed thus far. Next up, we have another devil fruit which has so far only made a single appearance within the manga. This is the Nomi model Cubin no Kitsune. This was eaten by Katarina Devon of the Blackbeard Pirates. So far, the only power shown from this devil fruit has been the ability to perfectly transform into another person. Even even down to the clothes that they are wearing. We don't know what the activation requirement is to copy someone, but simply based off of what we have seen from this devil fruit, it seems to provide a similar ability to that of Bentham's Mane Mane no Mi, albeit it's a bit more improved. This ability to transform into any other person is a byproduct of the devil fruit's true power, the ability to turn into a nine-tailed fox. Since transformations are one of the main defining abilities of nine-tailed foxes in mythology, we can likely assume that any further abilities that this fruit provides would also be in line with those that are established within Japanese mythology about the nine-tailed fox. Another mythical Zoan Devil Fruit revealed to us within the Wano arc was the Hebi Hebi Nomi model Yamato no Orochi. The fruit had previously belonged to Kurozumi Orochi, a fitting owner for the Orochi fruit, up until his death during the climax of the Wano arc. This devil fruit granted its user the ability to transform into a Yamato no Orochi, or a 8-headed serpent. The additional heads could all act independently of each other, allowing the user to attack up to 8 people at any one time, or a single person from 8 different angles. While the combat prowess of this devil fruit was hardly shown to us by Orochi, who instead had mainly used the powers of this devil fruit to intimidate others, it is clear from the design and its appearance just how effective this could be in a battle situation. This of course is without mentioning the fact that this devil fruit acts as a lifeline against decapitation, with all of the heads needing to be cut for the wielder to actually be killed. The next devil fruit and the second Hito no Mi model to appear on this list is the Hito no Mi model Daibutsu. This translates to human fruit model Buddha. This fruit was eaten by the former Marine Fleet Admiral Sengoku, who appropriately has been dubbed with the nickname the Buddha. The only time that we've seen this devil fruit in action was during the Marineford War, and even then it had a questionable level of success. When transformed, Sengoku grows to a gargantuan size even among One Piece characters, as he has a complete golden glowing body which is reminiscent to giant golden statues of the Buddha. It would appear that his strength is vastly increased in this form, as he used this transformation in his attempt to take down Ace and Luffy, with his blow being blocked by a combination of Galdino's candle wall and Luffy's inflated form. On a more impressive note, Sengoku's palm attacks when transformed come with a significant shockwave. This attack was capable of injuring the entirety of the Blackbeard pirates in a single blow. It's obvious that the power granted by this devil fruit is significant, and it's the most effective in combat situations out of all of the fruits that I've mentioned thus far. But just how strong is this devil fruit? Because it's pretty inconsistent from the 2 examples that we've seen of it being used thus far. Of course, this could always be down to the slightly inconsistent power scaling that One Piece had pre-time skip, because this was before Haki had been properly conceptualized within the story. Regardless, the power shown by this devil fruit, even in its relatively small showcase, was enough to rank it higher than the other mythical Zoan devil fruits which we have covered thus far. Moving on to the truly powerful devil fruits now, we have the Inoo no Mi model Okuchi no Makami, which belongs to Yamato. This devil fruit represents the now extinct Japanese wolf, which was worshipped as a sacred guardian beast within parts of Japan. Quite fittingly, Kaido identified this devil fruit as one which transforms its user into the guardian deity of Wano. We see both the hybrid and complete transformation for this fruit in action, with the hybrid version specifically equipping its wielder with claws and fangs which can be used as weapons. When transformed into the hybrid form, Yamato was shown to have the strength to clash equally with Kaido, who was also in his hybrid transformation. Outside of the expected increases in strength and mobility, this devil fruit also gives its wielder the ability to generate ice, which can be used for both offensive and defensive purposes. This is something that can even be done without the user transforming outside of their original form. Just slightly surpassing the Inoo no Mi, we have the Tori no Mi model Phoenix, which was eaten by Mako the Phoenix. As you might expect, this devil fruit allows its user to transform into a mythical phoenix, along with granting them numerous abilities associated with the creature, most notably an extremely powerful healing ability. This healing factor is one that appears to be unique among devil fruits. It's even distinctive from Logia devil fruits in that while the attacks seem to simply pass through Mako, he is actually healing from them near instantly. This means that even damage inflicted while under the effect of sea stones can instantly be healed following the return of his power. This wouldn't be the case for a Logia devil fruit. Now, this isn't an unstoppable healing ability, and it does slow as the user's stamina decreases. Marco's regenerative power was shown to also alter depending on how prepared he was for any damage that he had sustained, with one of Kizaru's surprise attacks on him being something that he was unable to heal from instantly, despite the severity of the wounds. Marco has also demonstrated that he can apply his healing flames onto other people, though the healing works on a lesser extent than it does on himself. Aside from this, the other abilities enabled by this devil fruit are in line with what you would expect. Marco receives a hybrid form as well as a complete transformation form, which grants him the ability to fly, while also giving him sharp talons that he can use to attack and defend, along with a plethora of flame-related attacks and a control over his Phoenix Fire, which allows him to alter its heat in order to be harmless to his allies. Marco was also shown to be able to carry out partial transformation with his devil fruit by shifting only specific parts of his body while retaining a human form elsewhere. This is a feat that no other Zoan Devil Fruit user has demonstrated before. We don't know if this is because it's an inherent ability of this particular devil fruit, or if it's because Marco is just really well experienced at using his powers. Now, the second to last devil fruit on this list is the Unomi Model Seru. This devil fruit belongs to the previous strongest creature in the world, Kaido, King of Beasts. Now, this could equally be viewed as Momonosuke's devil fruit also, since his is an artificial replica of Kaido's devil fruit. However, since we never really see Momo use the fruit to its full effects, we will consider it as Kaido's devil fruit for the purposes of this video. Now, this devil fruit allows its user to transform into an azure dragon, as well as a hybrid form which still retains the user's original body, but with a lot of dragon-like characteristics. Now, delving into all of the abilities which this devil fruit grants is something which could fill an entire video. So as a quick list, the Unomi Model Seru gives the ability to fly, breathe fire, summon lightning, create wind blades, conjure flame clouds that are capable of holding up the entirety of Onigashima, along with turning into a dragon and a hybrid dragon form, which gives Kaido dragon skills which vastly improve his durability, along with summoning tornadoes and so much more. While this devil fruit doesn't make its user invincible as shown by Kaido's fight against both Oden and Luffy, but it does make him incredibly durable, with only the strongest people in the world capable of posing a threat to him. Now finally, the strongest Mythical Zoan Devil Fruit, and possibly outright the strongest devil fruit in existence today, in my opinion, is the Nomi Model Nika. Luffy's devil fruit may just be the most overpowered thing in the entirety of One Piece, and this is considering the fact that Luffy hasn't even mastered this devil fruit yet. Even before its mythical devil fruit nature was realized, this devil fruit had already granted its user an ability that was strong enough to be mistaken as a paramecia devil fruit on its own, as the Gomu Gomu Nomi. Prior to it being awakened, this devil fruit allowed Luffy to take on some of the strongest powers in One Piece with gears 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. He had overcome every single foe, which had then led him to Wano. However, when Luffy came across the strongest creature in the world, Yonko Kaido, he realized that he needed a level of power beyond what he was already capable of. And when all hope had seemed to be lost and Kaido had appeared to have defeated Luffy, the true power of the Nomi Model Nika was finally unlocked, with Luffy now fully awakening his devil fruit into a complete gear 5th form, emulating the Sun God Nika and taking on the form of the legendary mythical man Joy Boy. He managed to surpass Kaido and then free Wano once and for all. Luffy's new abilities allowed him to apply his rubber powers onto anything that he had touched, including Kaido himself. He could now warp reality into his own vision, turning the ground itself into a rubber surface in order to deflect attacks, and essentially applying the logic of a cartoon into the world around him in both a comical but terrifying manner. With Gear 5th, there are no limits to Luffy's strength, durability, adaptability, and even creativity. All of these aspects have been boosted to an extreme level, and it appears as though there are no weaknesses with this transformation, apart from the relatively short time frame in which Luffy can remain in this form, which to be honest is always an initial drawback of all of Luffy's new abilities, which he is quickly able to overcome with time. Based on everything that we have seen in One Piece so far, this is far and above the absolute strongest Mythical Zoan Devil Fruit. So we have reached the point of the video where I want to hand over the discussion to all of you. What do you think about my ranking of all of the Mythical Zoan Devil Fruits? Would you rank any of these in different positions? Or do you agree with my ranking within this video? I'd love to read all of your thoughts in the comments, so definitely continue the discussion. If you would like more One Piece ranking videos, then also let me know. And lastly, thank you for making it to the end of this video, and I cannot wait to see you in my next One Piece video. A massive thank you goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for helping to make this video possible. If you also want to support the channel and see your name in the end of my videos, then check out my Patreon, which has loads of perks like early video access and so much more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.